everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in to yet another video. And guys, I really do not have a specific topic for this video. I just wanted to take a few minutes to give you an update. I am officially 3 weeks out and it's real. It has been real. The first thing I want to touch on is the fact that I am changing so rapidly. I started my cut in November of 2015. I started at 147, 48 pounds, can't remember. If you were following my journey for a while, you know that I bulked up to 151 as of April 2015. Then I've been maintaining, and then over the course of summer, I started gradually losing weight, probably a lot of water weight as well. But my official cut started in November 2015, and here I am, 130 pounds, and it's going to drop even more, especially after cutting a little bit of water weight for my show in 3 weeks. I am cold, my body fat is so low, I literally shiver all the time. I have to wear a little jacket or a coat, whatever, my lab coat in my classroom, and here I am in my classroom talking to you guys. My eyes sometimes burn. I don't know if it's the lack of enough sleep. I think I'm getting enough sleep, but there's so much going on with me. I know my hormonal balance is a little bit crazy, and that has a lot to do with my low body fat as well, even though I'm hitting my macros. You know, for us ladies, changes, these changes can cause things to happen. I'm also a little bit moody, not necessarily, in a bad mood. I just have more of a soft spot lately, especially when it comes to my students and just people in general. So I know it's something that is hormonal, and it's happening, and it's because of this cut. I can feel myself getting weaker. I have been getting weaker. You will be surprised as to what I cannot do in the gym at this point in time with regards to weight training, but that is expected being on a deficit. I have gotten leaner. My dimensions, my waist has gotten smaller. My posing suit will most likely need adjusting by showtime. I don't know, but the changes are coming in fast. What else can I tell you guys? I feel very drained. I want this to be over with. I want this whole cut and this show to be over with. I'm excited about my show, but at the same time, I just want it to be over with so I can get back to my normal self and my normal life, because this is all new to me, and as much as I'm learning from the process, I'm pretty much tired of it. Some things that I need to work on throughout the course of the 3 weeks. I definitely need to work on my posing. You can never have enough posing practice, so what I've decided to do is really commit to an hour of posing at least 3-4 times a week, regardless of how I split that up. And for each session, to hold each mandatory pose for 15 to 30 seconds. That's going to be a workout in itself, especially for my legs, but that's going to help bring out the definition. I know I need to work on my lower abs a little bit. I know when I do my quarter turns, I'm not satisfied with how I look on my quarter turns, even though my posing coach keeps telling me that I'm looking good. I just don't feel like I'm where I should be. So I know you cannot have enough or too much posing practice, so I need to work on that as well. Another area I need to work on is my lower back flexibility, especially for the back pose. I need to you have to be able to push your glutes up really high so there's no smile lines between your glutes and your hamstrings. I need to work on that, and that requires flexibility in the lower back, because you need to arch your back to such great length, and that's homework. Not that I'm bad at it, but I think I could be better, of course, and my posing coach did point that out to me as well. Some current habits that I have not really been sharing with you guys on YouTube during my workday, especially on my B days, because we are on an A-B schedule, and on my B days I have a little bit more time. I literally have an hour and a half for just my conference. I do not just sit here and grade papers. I literally change shoes. I change from my heels to my sneakers, and I walk the building really fast paced, a very brisk walk, and I know I'm burning up some calories in that walk. Of course, people look at me, the teachers look at me, the teachers in hall duty look at me, they're like, you're crazy. Well, it's either you're crazy, or you're such an inspiration, or oh, you make me feel so bad, or I wish I can do this with you. And instead of wishing for it, guys, I just decided, you know what, I'm not going to use my hour and a half to just grade papers at this point in time. I'm going to maximize on all the time that I have left leading up to my show. So just 10-15 minutes of a brisk walk, and you can even try this as well at your own workplace. That will go a really long way. You know, I do cardio in the morning and cardio in the evening because that is how my schedule is set up right now. But the extra stuff in between really does help as well. And being a teacher, I get to walk around my classroom. As a matter of fact, I actually set up my classroom in such a way that I can walk in between small groups. So it's more practice for me, not more practice, but more exercise for me, more opportunities to burn more calories, because that is what being in a cut is about. Some other things that I've been doing at the workplace, whenever it's convenient, whenever there are no kids in the hallway, or whenever it's not passing time, I literally do some HIIT cardio on the staircase or on the stairs in the building. It's a little bit unusual for people who are not used to me, but you know me, I just really don't care, what people think about what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing is not illegal and it's not crazy. I'm doing what I need to do, so I do utilize the space around me. And that's one thing I want to say to you: utilize the space around you. You can get a workout in your office just using your chair or your desk. You can do sit-ups, push-ups, whatever. Just use the space around you. If you have stairs in your building, you can walk around your building. You can do a HIIT session in your building. Utilize everything you have around you to reach your goals, guys. It doesn't have to be set in stone always. I just mentioned that I'm doing cardio 2 times per day. I'm literally at the gym 5 out of 7 days a week. I do 30 minutes of steady pace cardio in the morning with one muscle group, because I usually work 2 muscle groups per day. So if I'm doing back and biceps one day in the morning, I'll do 30 minutes of, well, I'll train whatever, my back or my biceps, and then do 30 minutes of steady pace cardio. And in the afternoon, I will work the other muscle group and do 20 minutes of HIIT cardio. And that works pretty well because I can actually get to my job way ahead of schedule, and it just puts me in a better mood, and it's a better way to just start my day. I have been going to bed way earlier than usual. As soon as I start feeling sleepy, I do not try to fight it. Before, I used to try to stay up and watch a show. Now I'll just pause that show in the middle, at the beginning, almost to the end, wherever. My eyes just get really heavy. I know it's bedtime, because rest is so important on a cut. And it's just good for overall health reasons, and your body needs to be rested because you're so depleted. You really do need to maximize on everything, as much rest as possible. I even take naps here and there. There was a time last week, or this week rather, I got home and I couldn't even stay up. I had to go take a nap for an hour. And it worked out because I was revived and refreshed for my gym session later on that day. So when my body feels like, so tired, I'm going to respond and listen to my body and take that nap, that little rest that I need. I'm drinking lots of water as usual. Right now I'm about 1 gallon to 2 gallons a day, but no less than 1 gallon at all. That was a struggle at the beginning, but it has become so much easier for me, and it's easier to just walk around with a jug. I know you guys have seen me with my jug in multiple videos, but it's just easier to walk around with a jug of water instead of glasses of water or going to the fountain, because then you might procrastinate, or you don't want to walk over to the fountain or whatever. It's just easier to have a bottle of water, a jug with you. As far as teaching and keeping up with teaching, because people always ask me that question, it has become a little bit harder, because regardless of what's going on with me or what personal projects I decide to undertake, I still am responsible for my kids and their education. So just to accommodate this period of time, I've shifted my lessons to more of a project-based learning. So my classroom is set up for small groups. And I do teach honors and a college level course, AP Chemistry, and I also teach regulars. So we're doing a lot of labs, a lot of small group projects, and it's more of a facilitated type of learning environment at this point in time. And the kids are enjoying the change, and they're really enjoying just learning from each other and putting together their own projects and presenting to the class. They feel like they're teachers, so I guess that's a plus. And honestly, I'm staying away from all sorts of drama because I am so tired, physically tired, that I do not want to expend energy into things that are not necessary or issues that are not relevant to me. So anything involving drama with family and friends, I'm steering clear of that. Finally, some of you, most of you maybe, are curious as to what my diet is currently like. I am eating as lean and clean and organic as I possibly can at this point in time. More so than I have been. When I say clean, I am really watching my macros, making sure that I'm within my macros, and also taking care with the quality of the food that I'm consuming. I am not consuming any type of shake, like protein shake. Before, I had a shake once in a while, but I'm absolutely the worst at taking shakes. I don't like their taste, and I'd rather get my protein from actual food. I am not consuming fast carbs as my main carb source. I'm eating super lean. I'm watching the fat content in my food, especially the chicken, like the chicken breast. I'm getting really lean cut chicken breast. I am not consuming any condiments, no kind of oil. I have not been using oil for months. And no type of processed sugary foods, but I've not been consuming processed sugary foods anyway. Right now, I'll describe my diet as somewhat boring because I'm preparing for a competition. Okay, and this is temporary. Temporary in terms of the foods that I choose to eat at this point in time for the sake of cutting and competing. Of course, the lifestyle continues. I'll continue eating clean, lean, whatever. When I get back on a bulk, I'll just be working with bulking macros. But with regards to the quality of food that I'm eating, that does not change. Okay, so I'll describe my diet as boring because I'm pretty much consuming the same kinds of foods every day. My husband, he's at his goal, and we're eating a little bit differently. He actually cut for the sake of cutting. He's not competing. And just the other day I made him a macro-friendly lasagna, so he's enjoying all of that kind of food. I cannot eat like that because I'm getting ready for a competition. Even though the lasagna was macro-friendly, I do have to be careful with the type of carbs that I'm consuming, the protein, just the extra stuff I'm not going to need at this point in time, so I'm not eating like that at this point in time. I hope that makes sense, guys. So my point is, I do throw in something special for the hubby now and then. So my main source of carbs are oats for breakfast in the morning. I am not eating any breads or jams, no kind of fast carbs or highly processed foods or foods with a lot of preservatives. I don't do that anyway. So the main source of my carbs are yams, sweet potatoes, brown rice, more of the slow digesting, low glycemic index carbs, because that's what I need throughout the day to sustain myself throughout the day. Also consuming beans, black-eyed beans. Those are all great sources of carbs. My protein source are primarily tilapia and chicken breast. I'm still holding on with that. Egg whites, if I do have egg whites in the morning for breakfast, and protein almond milk. My vegetables are usually mixed veggies, green veggies. Any fruit would be in the berry range, like blueberries are a great option right now. Other than that, any fruit consumption is done via smoothies, and that's usually in the morning, so I can work out the carbs, the fast carbs. And the reason why I'm consuming smoothie, if I do, which is really now and then, it's really not often, is to replenish after my workout. But you do not want to, at this point in my cut, I do not want to rely on fruits as my primary source of carbs. That's why I opted to cut out fruits. Don't worry, I am still getting my vitamin C. I'm making sure to keep up with my vitamins, and especially my vitamin C. I'm taking a multivitamin right now, so I'm good with that. Even though I much rather consume fruits, I just can't, because this is what you do on a comp prep. And guys, some people actually consume fruits all the way through. You just have to know your body, and this is what I'm doing for me. I eat as lean as I possibly can, especially with regards to my chicken breast, but you will still get a little bit of fat in there. But my other fat sources include nuts, especially almonds, and avocado. I love avocado. Other than that, I'm just consuming a lot of green tea. That has nothing to do with weight loss. I just like hot beverages, so I'm not a coffee person, so I opt for tea, green tea. And I chug 1 to 2 gallons of water a day. And when I actually get on my peak week, I'll be consuming more water, and I'll explain all of that water intake and stuff at that point in time. So that's it. I think I covered everything, guys. Please leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Ask me questions. I'll definitely get back to you guys. That gives me content for my channel as well. But I will tell you, a cut is no joke. I personally do not believe competing makes you a more legit bodybuilder. I think cutting does, a successful cut does, and it's grueling. And it's even more so when you're getting ready for stage. You really have to lock down, you really have to keep up, because this is the time, 4 weeks and 3 weeks out is when you really start second guessing whether or not this is worth it and whether or not you want to pursue, because peak week is not even here, and it's already, it's tough, but I'm there and I'm holding on. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video.